Hello everyone, welcome to Microsoft Bot Framework tutorial series. In this video, we will be discussing about how to create a core bot in local environment. So this will be the continuation of my last video where we had created Echo bot in our local environment. I hope you had set up the local environment. So we'll directly start with the template of core bot. So open your Visual Studio. Create a new project. So this is the template we had seen in the last tutorial. So in here we'll be creating a core bot. So this contains the features of Louis, and if you want to configure Louis, you have to put your app ID and password. So that we'll be discussing in some other tutorial, but here in this one we'll be just creating a core bot and seeing the structure of the project. So I'll select the core bot. I'll give the name as it is, and yeah, so let's create one. This core bot runs on .NET Core 2.1 version. So if you don't have .NET Core 2.1, so you need to install the SDK in your Visual Studio. So let's wait for the dependency issues to resolve. So as you can see, it's all restoring all the NuGet packages and installing them. Yeah, so dependency errors have been resolved. So let me start by running the program. So you click on debug. So yeah, first we'll build the solution. Solution is built. Click on debug. Yeah, it still takes times to reload to view all the functionalities. Yeah, so you click on start without debugging. It opens a new web page with saying that your bot is ready and you can test in Bot Framework Emulator. So I'll copy this URL and open my Bot Emulator. I think I have not installed it. Let me install it right away. you get the link over here as well, like installing the Bot Emulator here. So this directly takes you to installing Bot Emulator. So we have successfully installed it. Yeah, so we had copied our link and I'll be pasting over here. Since this bot is not registered in Azure, so I'll not be putting app ID and password. If the bot is registered in Azure, then you should put your app ID and password in app settings.json. So since these fields are empty, so I'll not be putting anything over here. So I'll connect it. Yeah, so this is a welcome message. This is called the adaptive card. You can change the adaptive card based on the requirement. So this contains an image, a title, some description, and URL. So these are action.open URL. This is one of the parameter in adaptive card. So when you click on this one, it will go to that particular URL. So all the three are the action.open URL. And since Louis is not configured, because we have not put any app ID and app key and host name over here, so this will show the message as it's not configured. And if you want the Louis to be configured, you have to register the bot in Azure and also create a Louis resource and put the Louis app ID pass key over here. And this is the main dialog starts over here. So where would you like to travel to? So I'll write as Paris. So we're traveling from India. When would you like to travel? So I'll one day after tomorrow. Pardon the spelling. So see, I have written in words like day after tomorrow. So today is 23rd and it has taken the date as 25th. So please confirm. Would you like to confirm this booking? Yes. So I have booked to Paris on next Monday. So see, this is all comes because of this date resolver functionality in our bot. So let's go to the source code, the welcome bot. So we'll start with the welcome message. This we had already seen echo bot. So here instead of in the echo bot we had seen that it was welcoming with hello and welcome text, but now in this bot it is welcoming with adaptive card. So let's see how this code is written. So on members added, so whenever any user joins the conversation, it will create a welcome card and it will send the welcome card as a response. After that it will run the main dialog. So how it has created the welcome card, let me show you the JSON of it. So this is the JSON of adaptive card. So it's a schema basically. So see, image, the first body of the content is first is image. So they have like given the URL of the image, and the next part is text, the title of the adaptive card. So these styling parameters are also present, so spacing, size, weight, so wrap, These are all the styling parameters. So this was the title, welcome to Bot Framework. So it was, if you want to put as bold, so it is here. So next was the paragraph, like description of your adaptive card. So this is like a normal text, and size is default, and this text we have here. So next was 3 buttons were present, right? So these are all the actions. So action.openURL, there are many other actions present. So if you want to learn more about adaptive card, you can view my another video on adaptive card. I'll be putting the link in the description. So let's go to our main dialog. So the whole conversation starts from here. So here we are declaring all the dialogues which we will be utilizing in this main dialog, like in this class file. And since I'll be using text prompt, so I have to declare it. Then I'll be using booking dialog, that is another dialog which is present over here. And these are the steps of each dialog. So the first step is intro step. So the pointer first goes to the intro step, and it checks whether the LUIS is configured or not. If it is not configured, it will send this message like that LUIS is not configured, and it will move to the next step. So when we come to the next step is act step. So as you can see here, this runs in a sequential flow. So next step is act step. So here again we are checking whether LUIS is configured or not. If it is not configured, since it is not configured, it will begin the dialog. So which dialog it is going to begin? Booking dialog. Also they have created a object of booking details, so to store the information provided by the user. So let's go with the booking dialog now, since the pointer is pointing to booking dialog. Coming to the booking dialog, here we have declared what all prompts and features we'll be using in this dialog. So we have to declare in the beginning only, and these are all the steps which will be executed step by step. So coming to the destination step, so this is the text prompt, and it is giving the destination text. So that is over here, where would you like to travel to. So this will send this text. Since this is the prompt, means user should give some value, like the user has to reply in a text format, otherwise it will not move to the next question. So let me show you. If I am giving some number, I don't think so it will work, because this is like just something user has to give in a reply. So I'll show you in the date format, because date format it is working. So yeah, we are after asking the question, now we need to store that information which we are getting from the user, and this comes in the origin step. So the reply from the previous step is stored in this step, current step. So we are sending the booking details or destination object to the next class, and we are giving the value provided by the user into this variable. So whatever user has provided, we are directly saving into this variable.
So next we are asking the same question, when from which place where traveling from. So there, here it will be asking in the origin step. So the reply from the user will be stored in the next step, that is travel step. So see here, reply is stored in this step. And here so let's see, I'll be, where are you traveling from? Okay, London. So yeah, so next question it is asking, when would you like to travel to? So it coming in the travel date step. Now it is starting a new dialog, begin dialog, date resolver dialog. So let's go to date resolver dialog. Over here you can see the messages already declared in the class context. See, in here we'll be using a date time prompt if the reply from the user is not matching with this date time data type, then it will throw a retry prompt, like it will again ask the same question till the user provides the date in correct format. And in this dialog there are two steps, initial and final. Now coming to the initial step, again user is asking the same question, when would you like to travel to, and it is giving the question and it is waiting for the reply from the user. If the reply is not in the correct format, like I'll write hi. See, so this is called the retry prompt. It is this message you can configure. So you can also, like, if you are not giving the retry prompt message, so it will take the original message only, when would you like to travel to. So since we have declared the retry prompt over here, so it will be showing this message, I'm sorry, to make your booking please enter full travel dates, because bot is not able to understand the date, so we have declared the retry prompt over here. So if you give the correct format, so I'll write it as today. So it has analyzed that 23rd Feb. So these are all the validation steps. So after the final step, it has finally got the date. Now we'll be ending this dialog, because we are done with this conversational flow of date resolver. So it will end the dialog and it will move to the booking dialog page again. So we have come from the date resolver dialog. Now we'll be moving to the next step, confirm step. See, we have shown over here message. So in the confirm step we'll be using confirm prompt. So here, so we are just concatenating all the information we got from the user and asking him to confirm whether would you like to confirm this booking. So this is the confirm prompt. In the confirm prompt there are two values, yes and no. So after the user replies with value, it is stored over here, and if the value is like true, then it will end the dialog. Otherwise it will end the dialog with, if the value is true, then it will end the dialog with the booking information. See, if it is not true, then it will end the dialog as it is. So let's say no. So it has ended the dialog and started with a new conversation. So after ending this dialog, it will move to the main dialog over here. See, we have come out of this booking dialog context, and now since it is returning from here only because Louis was not configured, so this all code will be skipped. So next step is final step. So let's move to the final step here. So if the user was selecting true, then like yes, I want to confirm the booking. So this information would have been sent to the user that I have booked to, and this information, because we were sending the booking details object also, because this contains all the information provided by the user. So yeah, here. So this was a last message if we had selected yes. In the last demo we had selected like last conversation. See, I booked your ticket from this. And if the user had selected no, then it will directly ask what else can I do for you, and it will restart the conversation from the beginning. So that is Louis is not configured, and like asking, so beginning this dialog again from. So let's now take another scenario of configuring with Louis. So I'll be putting like another video on the Louis, so in order to understand better. So Louis is basically understands the like context replied by the user. So based on the context we can do any task like calling this dialog flow or calling another dialog flow based on the context class. So now if the Louis is configured, then this is a message this is a default message bot will be showing. What can I do help you today, and say something like book a flight. So you can directly tell this whole details in one go because Louis is configured. So Louis is like it can get the information from this file, from this text. So what information Louis can get? Paris, Berlin, and the date. So I'll be showing in another tutorial how this Louis is configured in Louis portal and how to train the Louis model. So for this code understanding, let me tell you like there are intents declared in the Louis portal, and there are entities declared. So entities are the objects of intent. So entities contains the information. So intent is like what exactly the intention of the bot. So let's start with the Louis configuration. So there's this Louis recognizer code is already written is in flight booking recognizer app, this class. So it will take all the configuration related details, and it will recognize what is the intent of the user text. So once it has found the intent, now this is a case switch statement. The intent which are declared in the Louis portal are book flight, get weather, and default if it is not matching any other, if it is not able to recognize the intent, so it will be going to the default. Since it is coming under the book flight intent, so this part of the code will be executed. So here we are again now we are declaring the object of booking details and getting the information from the this text. If the user have written this text, so we are extracting information from this text. So what information? Louis result dot airport, Louis result dot airport, because we have trained our Louis model in particular format that whenever any one place is coming into action, then it is taken as the destination, and if both the places are coming, the next location will be taken as origin, and if it is in date format, then it will be going into travel date. Suppose if any of this information is not present, in that case we are sending this booking details. So whatever information we have found it, let it be. We will be storing into this parameters, and we'll begin the booking dialog. So in each step you had seen that we are checking here, if at all, like whatever information we have got from the Louis, if at all information is present, then this whole will be skipped. If it is empty, so if there is no information provided by the user, then it will execute this. Similarly, for each step we have given here, we are checking whether the booking details destination is provided by the user or not. So sorry, not origin is provided by the user or not. If it is not provided, then this program will be executed. So after coming out of this booking dialog, it will move to the final step. Then here it is the same as usual, which we had seen in the without Louis configuration. We had got all the information, and we are again repeating the running the dialog from the beginning. So yeah, this was all about CoreBot. So it uses the features of functionality, application of flight booking. So this all are waterfall dialog model. This is called waterfall dialog model. So we'll be looking at this in another set of video. So how this waterfall dialog model works, and what are these prompts, and what are the other prompts available. So we'll be seeing in the next set of videos. Yeah, that's all from my side. Thank you all.